Now I would like to welcome Mrs. Andrica Rozi. Andrica Rozi. Sorry.
Well, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
No.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Hellenic Open University and Ecomet Lab for having us here. I am representing the Olympic Training and Consulting Ltd. As you can see from our title, we provide vocational training, lifelong, non-formal education, and all services related to that, and of course consulting to all the above and a lot more. Our headquarters are in Pyrgos, a city about 100 kilometers in the south of Patras, and we have branches in the big cities of Western Greece and Patras, of course, Tripolis and the island of Zakynthos, and of course Athens. We believe in change itself. We believe that we make our own path, and therefore we are the ones that we have to invest in ourselves. And therefore, we promote the inclusion of socially vulnerable people, and we provide, as you can see, and we promote all aspects of social and economy life. About our subject here, we have participated in lots of projects. I'm not going to show you everything. One of our most recent is the development of model patterns for the promotion of interculturalism. It was the year 2005 until 2008, and it was in this area in the Western Greece with over 900 direct beneficiaries. This is some of our projects. The aim here was train foreign parents in order for them to have better inclusion and to have a better relationship with their children, either born here in Greece or came here in a young age and participate in the Greek school system. As you can see, we have trained 120 immigrant parents, and the results were to improve their skills in the Greek language, European level A and B, and help them improve the contact with the school and the board of teachers. Additionally, we had training programs for the language, for the Greek language, both for them and their children, in order to prevent the gap. We found that immigrant children going to the school here in Greece had better knowledge, better understanding of the Greek life and Greek culture than their parents. And so that the program here tried to prevent this gap. Another project we participated in learning. I didn't touch it. Was the learning community. And as you can see here, it was the aim was to improve the access to lifelong learning for immigrants, both vocational and individual qualification. This project lasted for over 3 years, and it was a partnership among administrations, education institutions, and NGOs from 5 different countries. The project leader was BGZ from Berlin, and you can see all the projects. We found that people generally, when they didn't know the language, had insecurity, felt insecure, and they didn't try to interact with the population. So this project tried to help improve their access to the lifelong learning and to empower the target group to participate in the social life of the 5 countries that participate in the project. We also had, as you can see, the 3 dimensions that we followed was the education policy, It was for their lifelong learning and awareness and the social integration and intercultural dialogue. Also, we help support them and help them realize that although they were immigrants, they didn't originally know the language, they could form a health, an enterprise and to have access to the economic life. The outcome was we trained multipliers. We call them education ambassadors. They help train and inform other immigrants about programs and how to interact and to integrate to the society. Some of them, they told us that they had a problem adjusting, and this project helped them to integrate to society and to have a better understanding of the Greek system. And they also helped other people like Jenny from Cuba. She helped people speaking Spanish speaking, and she thought that she was no longer afraid to communicate since she developed a better understanding of the norms. Additionally, Ala from Ukraine told us that he had a very difficult time adjusting to the Greek way of life, and after participating in the project and learning about the benefits of interculturalization, she became a bridge between the local community and the migrants. You can find additional information on that on the website learning-community.eu, and I also brought you the books that we made, the booklet. It's available. I can give it to you later. And now the most recent that we did in collaboration with the Hellenic Open University, and I would like here to take the opportunity to thank for the great collaboration we had with Ecomet Lab and Mr. Kames and his team of colleagues. Project ran last year, January to June, and it was funded by Greek Minister of Interior and especially the European Fund for Integration of Third Country Nationals. It was available in 4 versions, in the Greek language, in English, Albanian, and Arabic. We found, as you can imagine, a lot of people from Albania living in Greece, and therefore it was more useful to them to use the platform that I'm going to explain along the way in their native language. And also, as you know, Greece is a port, gate to Europe, from the northern countries of Africa and from Middle East. So it was necessary to have one version in Arabic. As you can see, now we have 128 registered intercultural mediators, but the visits are used to be in May when the platform was accessible to the public, 626, and yesterday they were over 3,800. I'm not going to get into the details of that part. You can ask the Ecomet Lab about that. I'm going to tell you what we found. First of all, we had to find which programs run in Greece to train the intercultural mediators. We found 5,086. But along the way, when we tried to contact them, we only were find 417. The reason that there were 100 people less, it was because most of them, many of them had participated in more than one training. And for others, there were no correct contact information. We tried repeatedly to contact intercultural mediators via telephone, personal and group email, letters, and SMS. I was one of the team trying to contact them. We informed them at the beginning that we were making the platform, and then when the platform was accessible, we encouraged them to register. In a lot of cases, we did the registration. We were talking to them by phone and tell them what to do and how to do it. And also after the project ended, we informed them about the development. We also repeatedly inform organizations and stakeholders like the police, hospitals in all over Greece, and representatives of migrants and NGOs. The problem that we account was that some of them, because of the way of their living and economic conditions, did not and could not have access to the internet. We asked them to go to our branches and do the registration there, but not all of them did that. Also, because of the discontinuity and the ambiguity of the employment status, some of them were frustrated and they did not want to use the train, and they could not use the training. The previous years told us that they did not want to register. Additionally, others were now working full-time in a different field, or family duties and time constraints could not let them register. Thus, along the years, we had a lot of training programs in Greece. However, there was not one organized registration list. Therefore, we did not know how many intercultural mediators lived in Greece, how many, in which areas, in which cities, in which level, in which expertise, and in which language they could use. So this platform came to cover this void. It was the first official. As I said, it was funded by the Greek Ministry of Interior. And another main reason was to create the platform for the mediators to find each other, to find people with their expertise and linguistic skills in order to networking. Additionally, not many immigrants knew about the interculturalization, so we helped them make the access to the mediators easier. And of course, the public can now learn about the institute. Finally, if you visit the platform, which is intermediation.gr, you can find useful information either as public or as mediator, and that was an assistant that we hope that we provide to the mediators. Again, the two platforms you can use, it's learning-community.eu and intermediation.gr. This is our information, olympiakokek.gr. And thank you for your attention.